All right, so changes made. Uh, the removal card I was looking for was automated defense, which I forgot existed. I'm definitely got that in there as a two of. It's basically unconditional die removal. And in the process of taking out Fickle, I put in V Wings because they do basically the same thing, but they don't. It doesn't have to have a base side match up with a modifier. So the other alternative there was A Wing for that initial action quick hit, but I've got deployment kind of sitting in the background and kind of waiting to get put in as. So here I will ditch Entourage. I'll keep the crate speeder. Easy picking. Got specials. As is tradition, I pick up one of the cards I threw away. I'm all in on this easy pickings to carry me through, which it probably won't. And he actually has disrupt and discard, which could be a bear to deal with. Versus 50% blank. Finn has got decent dice for battlefield. But eyeballing it, I think I come out ahead. I should get military camp, which should allow me to get my 6 money, drop down this Falcon, and just get going. So rerolls on Falcon and uh, Escapecraft if necessary. I'll ditch Mr. Bones before I ditch the crate speeder. If I haven't had the opportunity to pickings, I will after Mr. Bones. And I will actually probably keep the crate speeder over the Entourage. He's got a 2, I've got more than 2. We're going military. Fucking money. Making so much fucking. Being really aggressive. You know, watching Black Sails for the first time. Oh yeah, that show's good. But it's got me in a mood to plunder. Alright. Let's get out of here, do your magic. Let's reroll this on 20 or folk. Hey. Love you, Satine. Guaranteed 6 money if he doesn't mitigate. Do I spend it? I find an extra dollar at the end. God, I have to. That's just too goddamn good of it. Damage output is. There's a big part of me that wanted to be super aggressive. Get my money, and have the focus at the end of it guaranteed. I will do this. And I get a little bit lucky, and I do have focus at. Like if everything goes like perfectly, I can Falcon focus into free money, and then I think at that think crate speeder is the way to go. So I have one extra cash leading around. Let me get this money right here. Certainly an interesting use of armored reinforcement. Not 100 bored with it, but hey, it's after mid. I'll take any games I can get at this point. Dorsal. Well, I need to put vandalize in it. Alright. Fine. Red hero have shit for money. Satine. Let's. You know, I'm not looking forward to first aid anyway. Probably re-rolling it. Let's not walk into things. At least in theory. Might be walking into things. I want this disrupt kind of hanging out for one of these. Well, yeah, there goes that idea. Oh, I get punished for being sloppy. Alright, don't get punished for it. I could have, though. Kind of thing I gotta remember. Where does this man want his 2 damage? 3PO makes. Alright. My 3 money. I don't think I care how much money you have. He was going to probably done that before 3PO. Care about his money. It's a lot different. 2 money is things like snuff out or aggressive Discord notification. Okay, yeah, 2 money also does that. Let's not do that. I could build on 3PO. Let's look at here. So let's shoot for the moon here. Focus or money is fine. Okay, so boom. I will just ramp out quickly. I don't want him turning off my crate speed. Go find the other entourage. Beyond my wildest. I'm getting absolutely everything I want today. It was like every die resolved for money, except for a Satine die and an R2. How could it possibly get better? Entangle is live across the board. They Scruffy for event. I go get more money. I can play N1. This is foolish. This almost feels like cheating. Uh, I entangle that. No, I entangle damage dice. Alright, so we have lat gunship. Alright, got rid of whatever that was. Double lat gunship. Great. Okay. And his hawk is free. He's gonna reset it. That's gonna suck. But he really should not have done that. That was like that's just greedy. I'll just hang on. Like get damage. He could get the reset, but he's gonna have to take one indirect. Don't think kill 3PO. Possible, but at that, I'll pick up 4 cash. I will definitely use on M. Well, I'll probably use on whatever's available. All right. I thought. All right. Point being, let's take both of this guys. It has focus. Shut up, Discord. Why are your notifications on? Off. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yep. Nope. Definitely. I turned them off. Definitely. I want to hear them. See. Piece of shit. All right. What am I left with? Okay. On the N1 plan. 100% the N1 plan. I want that out there. I can blow up this fucking hall. What is that? 3? Oh, you got it. Do I blow up the hawk, or do I go for my reset? I feel like blowing up the hawks. Okay, I'm doing that naturally. Fair enough. I have to re-roll that. Yeah, I'll blow it up. A good idea. me from having to stick with that R2. Holy. Oh, he's maximum greed. Okay. Okay. This is pretty stellar. Not gonna lie. All right, everybody can go. Well, um, roll out the entourage. Feel like I'm gonna focus entourage to money. I can focus Falcon to indirect. Basically, just turn into 2 indirect. Um, turn out. Oh, what was in his hand? I can't remember. Shields are fine. I like shields well enough. I'm going to claim. Good sequencing by me. Alright, maybe I get to use control. Stupid. Alright, Satine is no longer necessary. Um, I just pay for crap. Alright, let's get the Falcon out there. I can military camp this for 5 damage. And how much can I do? I can do 5 off of the Falcon, 4 off of B-Wing. If it doesn't see it, I can kill Finn? I mean, he's got to see that, right? I just split this to money for the sheer hell of it. Like, I don't even need the military camp here. I think it's probably worthless if I do. Like, surprise! 9 damage casually. Like, this is round 3. This is foolish. It's absolutely foolish. So like if I don't get N1 and start resetting Falcons, then like if he had discarded something else, then I just get Entourage. If discarded Wing, then I get both. Like it just makes so much fucking so much money. Absurd. Um so what I wanna see and uh is like some real decks, basically. Like this sort of deck is just operating. I'm sure that's fun. It's not something that's going to be tearing up top tables at China. This might not either, but it certainly feels better like on the outset than vehicles did at this time last. And it's the unrespondable money. Don't need to draw tech team. Don't need to draw rally aid. Was the rally aid even legal at Gen Con? I think it was. Like 25 health is not a lot, but it might just be enough. Or is it 26? Hold on. 16 plus 9. 25. 25 health. Might not be enough. So I'm curious to see a good aggro deck and how this compares. Specifically, someone like Django, who can just drop free riot shields, free um, other things to keep himself alive, and spam out dice. Something like Maul. I want to see this against. I need to compare there. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm being trapped and tricked because if there's one thing history has taught me, that I get enamored with a deck and then have to get like brutally beaten off. I'd rather that happen sooner. I don't think I'm just gonna stay away from speculation in general, other than to say that aggro is more common on the outside of a meta than it is at the tail end. And I think a month into the meta, Gen Con is like right on that line where it's going to be really hard to predict. There are no events, basically. Everybody's kind of going in blind. I don't know where I stand. Um, I definitely had this. Like even if these two things rolled shit. So if this bit rolled like that, and then he rolls out, or anybody rolls out, I control, and then I probably go, okay, I want to focus. I want what I rolled, and then he has to do something. Can he do anything? Absolutely not. And I guess he could first aid. He could first aid. Ben's alive with 2 health. And I still have R2D2 waiting in the, and like I could just force it on here. Put him out there. All right, now he's dead. So what does he do? What does he do before he goes? The most this guy can do before he goes down in these situations. Then across 2 actions and a reroll. So he could, in theory, do 5 damage with this guy, which still, like, the damage has already been done by 3PO this round. That doesn't feel good. He doesn't even kill the guy. Gotta sit here with Rose, and I've got Beguile. Or I just, garbage shoot Satine because I don't have the fucking money anymore. But again, I'm really, really worried. Maul is a motherfucker. People love Maul in general. Card is good. And every power action that dude has a 46% chance of doing 6 damage total. 33% or greater chance, or like 70% greater chance to do 3 damage across the board. And Maul's perfectly fine with spreading that, I think. So let me calculate that. 2 rolls. Okay, no, it's 75% of 2 damage, 30% of 3. Okay, so on a Maul power action, it's 30% of the time he's going to chunk a third of my team health. 75% of the time, at least 75% of the time, he's going to deal 6 damage AoE. He's going to Sonic Detonator me for discard. And then 90% of the time, he's going to do at least 3. Any of which he's fine with. So, I have the methodology. Let me look at more. Dude's easy pickable, very garbage shootable. But I don't want a garbage shoot round. But I think you just end up having. It doesn't really matter which. Okay, so it's only 2 characters. It's not a full team. So 30% of 6 damage is a damn sight better. 75% of 4 damage, which is no worse than a Vader die, really. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 90% of the 2. That's funny. You say you can do it to an entire team, so that one side would become 3 damage, and that's perfectly fine. Nobody can really complain about that sort of thing. Make it 2 characters, and now it's garbage. garbage shootable. It's hard to work this sequence. I think up having to do our garbage, get at least one resource queued up on before you roll out. So what happens when don't get military? Opponent control. Opponent controls the Satine die. What are my odds? About 56%. Getting +2 money. Getting free logistics. Good. Faithful companion. That. Good odds of getting at least one resource. Decent, anyway. Not perfect, but decent. Alternative being focus. Rock his special on focus. Do that. And pick up 2 money. So let's say, alright. So normal situation, Maul. Spend 1 money to stick with Maul's dice. Roll out Satine. Satine gets controlled. Alright, this could be focus, this could be tank, whatever. Satine's resource got control. Plus or minus 1. Alright, that's pretty bad. Already in dire straits on. I roll out 3PO. Pretty bad. But in this case, I just take this. And then I roll out R2. That's pretty lucky there, so I'm making up for my lost luck. And I do that. Off Faithful Companion. Control or no control, I'll take and I get like Falcon money anyway. Falcon or double entourage. And I'll just say I've controlled one of his dice. I don't know who his partner is for 10. I haven't really looked into that very much. Okay. But there's the other motherfucker, right? So order 66. Order 66 goes down. You're forced to activate. Activate. Forced to activate. Activate 3PO. And I kind of sort of get around. Sometimes. That feels okay. Alright, so I'm not worried about that. I guess the next question is, do we like V-Wing or do we like A-Wing? V-Wing has 2 paid sides. It's got 2 3 damage sides. The A-Wing, if I remember correctly, 2 3, I think, focus and disrupt. A-Wing's got 3 blanks, essentially. I don't have any 2 focus sides except for maybe they're on value. Getting focus side, another focus side on the field, but I already have 4 character dice. Yeah, I'm not sure that's necessary. The A-Wing only costs 2 outside. And I'm remembering last year's Gen Con. Last year's Worlds, I played vehicles for both of them, and everything's great. Everything's great when you have this income. Lose the income for whatever reason, shit just goes to hell. And when you're strapped for cash, like one resource matters. Like I've got 17 resources worth of supports on the right now. Do I stay alive or do I win if I get half of that? I strongly think that that answer. I think that people are going to wise up real quick that controlling Falcon dice is not worth the time. Controlling Entourage dice is. I think they get to the point where they just take Satine's dice off the table, limit you statistically, one logistics, use off of both of your other character dice going to Faithful Companion, one or more of which get fucked with, and you're not on military camp. If I get 0 Satine dice, I only get the logistics, 4 money, and maybe it works out if I have Entourage because I can roll out Entourage and do some money and come Entourage cash, and dream of dreams, find a money somewhere, play a fickle on top of, or not fickle but hired muscle. That was really like that's me making the best of a worst case scenario. And that's also assuming I spend no money on round against something aggressive like they found. Case three, it just like crawls under eyes. That completely falls apart if my one minute like hard control would be garbage shoot. If I don't have R2, it gets fucked with. Like I have to pitch a card to re. I have to because I need it either on money or on foot. So I can guarantee at least the one get back up to, which is a hell of a lot more. With 3 cash, you can't even double up on it. So I guess part B to this entire rambling segment is there an aggro deck that can afford to spend money to remove both Satine or otherwise incapacitate? That's completely un. Phasma can't do it because Phasma just doesn't have the cards to be able. Doesn't have the speed, doesn't have the cards, has super low roll off. I always get military camping problem anyway. That doesn't work there, but like 3PO could just die that round anyway, so I only get once, probably. Unless I keep Ian in reserve. How does that play out? So if it's Phasma, I just military can't be okay with 4 in. R2 would target his own die for count. Hopefully, go hit. 3PO hits one of his own dice. Oh, let me run those odds while I ran. Oh. All right. So if taking Satine's dice completely out of the question, 62% chance of at least one natural resource will cross both 3PO dice and at least one. Jackpot being 2 or greater at 18. I think that line probably works out better against fat. Anyway, garbage shoot with. Assuming you're on military, not on military camp. All right. I'll be back later. More games.